the name. He was for'ard when the steamer struck, midships aft of the capstan, out of fog so thick that when they cut the engine first it closed them round about with peace so dense. The instant later blew apart, and there was nowhere he could go but overboard. At once the heavy leather sea boots filled, the densely knitted stockings kept them on. In shock he surfaced and cried out, cut off from brother and the one who called to him, to call upon the name he sometimes took in vain. He called and sank, did not come up again. And there began the struggle with the deep, the taste of salt and water mixed with weeds that wrapped about his head. He called again, and then he saw it rising from below in shape and form of timber he himself had stowed so tight against the side. His hand still felt the knots that he had tied. Yet there it was, a spiral shining light, so certain in its flight towards two men who kicked against the weight of water in their clothes. And as it rose, it passed so close he could have just reached out and took it like a hand and then returned aloft. But he no longer had a need for things like other men, no envy left for life. Far above he saw a spinning log line slacken, saw the whiteness of a turning wake, or thought he did, and in that instant knew how often he'd been wrong. But that was long ago, and now the crew were waiting down below, 5 fresh loaves of bread with mackerel boiling on the stove, and some strange boy whose name he could not quite pronounce, with wounds now healed, was pouring tea, and that was all he knew, and all he needed then to know.